Being an adult sucks. There's no better way to put it. Nothing is certain anymore. When you are born into this world, a lot of things are already in place. You're probably gonna go to elementary school, then you're gonna go to middle school, then high school, go to a college, and get a job. Until you're 21, 22, there's structure. When you're young, you don't think about it. If anything, you complain. Why is there a middle school after elementary school? Why is there a high school after middle school? Once you become an adult, there's no such thing as structure. You could be anything and anyone, which sounds great, but it's really not. There's so much uncertainty with what you can do with life that you don't know what to do next. Unless you find yourself in a role that has an exact roadmap, a lawyer, doctor, even then, the next step is not clear. There is no such thing as a defined next step for whatever you're doing. To make things worse, you could ask people that have been there before, and they're all doing something different. I am Groot. Well, I'm an adult. This lack of certainty only continues with the way that you're evaluated in life. For 16 years of your life, starting from kindergarten to senior year of college, most of what you're evaluated upon is through grades or test scores. People complain about this. Pause and think about this for a second. There is nothing more concrete than numerical evaluation. When you get a test back or an essay or a project and someone gives you 100 out of 100, you feel good because 100 was the maximum you could have gotten and 100 is what you got. If you got 70 out of 100, you either did not try or need to try harder. In real life, there's no such thing as grades. Yes, there's valuations, there's company reviews, there's people telling you did a good job, you did a poor job, but so what? Yes, they could give you recommendations on what to do better. That switch over from having concrete feedback to having subjective feedback is night and day. It kind of goes to show how the society is structured, where for the first 20 years of your life, which I think are probably the most important parts of your life in terms of your development, you're so used to getting numerical feedback. The subjective feedback through words is so hard to grasp. Unless you're born and raised in hometown A, went to school in hometown A, graduated college in hometown A, and got a job in hometown A, I have no doubt that you're gonna be lonely as an adult. The concept of a community, it's gone. When you're in school, especially college, unknowingly, or maybe knowingly if you're woke, you are part of a community. I don't mean the literal physical space that you belong in, but the people that you interact with on a daily basis all share this mutual community with you. People you run into, people that you meet during class or in the library or even walking by, they may be strangers, but you and that person subconsciously acknowledge, oh, that kid goes here. And there's a certain level of trust that is instilled within you and that person as you interact. That baseline bond and love and trust is a higher stepping stone baseline than you think. And that exists everywhere on campus when you're at school. Don't get me wrong, at schools, there are mean people that, regardless of if you're part of that community or not, they're not gonna just suddenly talk to you and be friends with you just based on the fact that you're wearing the same logoed sweater as them. However, it's a lot easier to interact with those people given the fact that you share something in common within that community. Once you go out into the real world, the only thing that person shares with you is the fact that they're about to walk across the same sidewalk path. Also, don't get me wrong, there's nice people out there. They're gonna nod, they're gonna smile, they're gonna say hello, let you pet their dog, whatever. But the foundation of you and that person sharing an identity within that community is no longer there. Let's go! Let's say you managed to overcome the uncertainties, you figured yourself out, you know exactly what you're doing, or you don't, but you're gonna pretend like you do. You've immersed yourself into a community at work, or maybe you fulfilled the Hollywood storyline of going to a bar or a club and you hit it off with these group of people and you become inseparable. You got it, you got your friend group. Guess what? Everything costs money. You can't do anything without spending money. Do an activity together, costs money. Traveling somewhere, costs money. Join a soccer league, costs money. Everything costs money. Everyone is always busy. You wanna get a group of people together? One person has a wedding. Next person has to go to a baby shower. This person is an investment banker. This person just isn't feeling it tonight. This person drank too much last week, can't drink this week. This person is on a keto diet. This person is too busy chasing their TikTok career. Oh, Jesus. What I just described doesn't even scratch the surface of the unending list of things you now have to think about. Taxes, retirement, taxes. What is a 401k? Roth? IRA? Do I need to start saving for my children's college? Children? Marriage? I need to save up for a house? How do I diversify my stock portfolio? Who do I invite to my wedding? What if I never get married? What if I die alone? You start getting fat. You can't do the thing where you're vacuuming 8 servings of pasta at night and you get back on the scale the next morning and you lost weight. Doesn't happen anymore. Your eyes hurt, your back hurts, your hair stops growing. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't get me wrong, there are positives to being an adult. Socially, you could be friends with a wider age range now. You're in the adult pool. This is especially true in the younger years of being an adult. So when you're 22, you could still be friends with college kids that you just left at your college and you still blend in because you look somewhat young. But you can also be friends with a 28-year-old who's an adult at your company. Assuming you're working, you make money. Money's good, money's awesome. Ring a bell. Being an adult is also great because I respect parents a lot more now. You get to have 2 phones. Can't have 2 phones when you're a kid. Some kids don't even have 1 phone. When you're an adult, you get 2 phones.